Okay, so we have a chemistry question that says below shows a list of elements. So we're given iron. Now you need first to understand that when they say element, it is just a pure substance which cannot be split into two or more simple substances. When they say iron, iron is just a transition metal which is silvery in color, and the chemical symbol for iron, it is Fe. When you talk about lithium, lithium is just a silvery white metal which is the lightest metal, and it has a chemical symbol of Li. When you talk about mercury, mercury, it is just a metal which is a silvery white metal which is a liquid at room temperature. When you talk about oxygen, oxygen it's a gas which supports burning. When you talk about potassium, it's a silvery white metal which is one of the most reactive metal there. When you talk about sulfur, it's just a bright yellow chemical substance which has a symbol of S. Now the question is saying which element is used as a catalyst in making ammonia? Ammonia is a basic gas, meaning it is a gas which turns a red litmus paper to blue. Now when they say a catalyst, now the answer here, it is what? Iron. So iron, which is this one, is the answer. Now when you talk about a catalyst is a substance which speeds up the chemical reaction without itself being permanently changed. In simple terms, the catalyst in simple terms simply means it lowers the activation energy so that the product may be formed faster. So the answer, it is iron. Number 2, which element forms an oxide of amphoteric? Okay, when you talk about an oxide, it's just a combination of oxygen with another element. We have different types of oxides. We have what is known as a neutral oxide, we have amphoteric oxide, we have basic oxide, and acidic oxide. But the question here is saying which element forms an oxide of amphoteric? The word ampho simply means what? Both, meaning that this is a type of oxide which shows both the properties of a base and an acid. In simple terms, this oxide can react both with an acid and a base. Okay, now you need to understand that these oxides, meaning a combination of a metal with the oxygen, so this oxide, they are mostly formed from the transition, meaning the center block of the periodic table. So which element are found at the center block of the periodic table? So we have mercury and iron. So simply means that the ones they want may be iron or mercury, which is the answer. Because for example, if I say iron oxide, it is an example of what? The amphoteric oxide.